Hi, welcome back to G&D Travel. This week we find ourselves in Cobourg at the King George Inn. It also used to be a jail. I think it was a municipal hall. It was a home at some point in time. This particular building goes back 100, 150 years or more. So we're here to do a little review for it. Thanks again for showing up. Please think about subscribing if you want. Save us in your favorites. Like us if you like. And let's go in and check out the rooms. And there's a jail downstairs with some notorious villains who have stayed there in the past. We'll do a little highlight of that too. Thanks again for coming. Let's go in.
Today we're staying at the King George Inn in Cobourg, and I'm going down the hall, I'm looking for room 16. There we are. And here is my bathroom for tonight. It's a shower and a tub. Love that. And then I turn the corner to this beautiful room. It's a superior queen room, and it sure feels like it. It's beautiful. Right before you go in the room, there's this door with a closet, an extra blanket, a little heater for the winter, and my bag. Here's the room. If you want to bring some extra coffee, they have Keurig here. Here's the beautiful bed. It's very unique. And the view we have today is of the courtyard. It used to be a jail, so I guess this is where the yard used to be. And we're minutes away from Cobourg Beach, like literally less than 5-minute walk to the marina. So here you are. So room 16 does not have a fridge, but if you walk right out the door and you turn left, right in front of room 14, there's a sitting area. Very quaint. It's a beautiful room that has a microwave, a full fridge, and a sitting area.
Even the hallways are unique here at the King George Inn. It's a bit of a maze going back and forth. This goes to the front of the hotel, rooms 1 through 7. You can certainly see parts of the previous jail. And we are going to be going down there to see what's going on. So keep in mind, this is not really an accessible hotel, so you're going to need your legs in order to get up and down. But you can see just from the wainscoting, from the high baseboards, you can see from just the architectural designs that you'll be able to appreciate some of the rustic and antique charm here. This is the check-in desk. Some of the rooms near the front. And as I mentioned earlier, we're here at the old Cobourg jail. So we're going to go into the courtyard, as my wife said when we looked out the window, which you'll see from up there from our room. I think this is where the prisoners may have had their free time to walk about and do whatever prisoners do. But let's go in and have a look at the courtyard. Now we're in what we think is the yard where the prisoners would get some sunshine, get their vitamin D. This door here we can see from when we go to our room down here and into the building. But I guess they came out here, and this would have been the space where they would get some of their outdoor time for exercise or whatever it is prisoners do. And having been to Rome with my wife last year and been to the Colosseum, we know how tigers and lions were brought up into the courtyard for the prisoners. We think that this is where one of those places was, how to treat them back in the day.
There was lions in Cobourg. I don't think so. I don't think so.
That's our room, right up there. And I think the jail exit is over on that side. We're going to cover some of that a little later in the video. There was a restaurant here, but you can see that this isn't a very large area. As I think we said, the jail ran from 1902 to 1998, so probably some really old stuff, and it was surprising that it ran until 1998. We have talked to the lady who runs the place, manages it, and apparently one of the worst killers in Canadian history, Mr. Bernardo, did stay here for 2 days, but was taken away because, well, apparently he was going to be killed and murdered here on his way to Kingston. So there he went, and I believe he's still there to this day. You come a little bit further into the courtyard area, they have this beautiful garden here with beautifully manicured trees and a pathway that goes through. Let's go check it out.
Let's see what's around the corner. If this keeps going, oh my goodness, it keeps going. We're just coming out the door, and I just want to show you how close.
Hi, thanks for coming to G&D Travel. As my lovely wife shows you how close we are to the many amenities here in Cobourg.
Boy, does he have a radio voice, eh? Okay, so here's how we get to the beach. So we're just out the front door right here, and you could see the marina from the front. So we're like 2 minutes away from the marina, which is right next to Cobourg Beach. And if you wake up early enough, you can come and watch the sun rise over the water and walk on the boardwalk. Here's the marina, and right next to it over there is Cobourg Beach.
And on this first weekend in August here in Cobourg, the ever popular beach is very popular. It is packed. People are having fun all the way down the long, beautiful beach here. Cobourg has a long history here in Ontario. As you can see, the Cobourg and Peterborough Railway was 1852 to 1898. And here's an example of one of the cars, I guess. What it looked like, all wooden, great big iron wheels. Another example of the historic value of Cobourg is the harbor. There on this site it says in 1829 the first pier was built. So this place goes back a long time. The weekend we were there was the annual Sandcastle Festival. We went through the farmers market, and the downtown streets were all blocked off to accommodate a great many vendors with a wide variety of items, and of course, musical performances. I like this shirt: London, New York, Paris, Cobourg. This, of course, is looking up at the top of the theater, as well as the old city hall. And here's some of the sandcastles that my wife and I went to see. It was quite extraordinary. They bring in some professionals from, we saw as far away as Waterloo, and they did some extraordinary sculpture. A lot of local people came in too to take possession of some of the piles of sand, and boy, some of their sculptures were really good. Some of the kids had fun with things like SpongeBob and Batman and, things of that nature. And of course, we topped off the day going to a local pub that had a band called Local Locos playing. Now we're in the hallway going towards where the jail tour is. You'll see all the bars and stuff here. Do not go down this way because, well, you can't get in and out. You need to go down to the end of the hallway. Let's go check it out. You see the sign, room 17, 18, 19, and jail exhibit. Let's go check it out.
Ooh.
That's where the guests who don't pay get put. See?
I think they had a speakeasy here at one point, or a pub, because there's a lot of signs of whiskey and beer.
As there should be.
I know. Absolutely.
As we descend into the depths. This is room 17, 18, 19. As we go down into the bowels.
Jail exhibit that way. Over here, there's a door that goes into the garden, or that we took you to yesterday.
We're here. Let's go check out the jail.
Is there a light in there?
Oh, dark and spooky.
Ooh. There was lights last time we came.
Mm-hmm. So I believe this is where the solitary confinement was.
I believe that's also where Bernardo spent a couple of days in this jail on his way to Kingston in solitary confinement, so probably right there.
It was the early, it says processing. We have a room in here, like a dining room of some sort.
Ah, here's the pub. Or the dining room, I suppose, at that time.
I guess for the guards.
Almost looked like an altar for a church service, too.
Mm-hmm. Could be.
But look at all they preserve the jail bars.
They have a sample of the correctional officer's uniform there.
Ooh, it's dark in here. Oh, what's on this sign, baby? Oh, just the...
King George Inn.
Oh.
CEI block.
Block E. That must have been the section of the jail this was.
I guess this is where visitors would have come.
Your light, baby. You're pointing it right at me.
I guess this is where visitors would come to visit the inmates who are being held here.
I'm bailing you out.
Okay. We have a lot of examples of the things that were here. Of course, the days before computers, but the old typewriter. Old pictures. And this looks like the medical cell where all the prisoners with their ailments, I guess the doctor would check them out there. The door is quite heavy. Very solid. This looks like the control panel.
Oh, and here's a history of the inn.
like a list of
Inmates.
some of the inmates that were in here from days gone by.
Oh, and more there.
More there. Looks like the old control board to open and close cells and doors.
Interesting.
So there's your tour of the jails. There are more upstairs where I believe they said the women were located, and there is a jail cell up there. I forget, it's room 9 or something.
You can actually stay in that room.
You can actually have that room and stay in there and stay in the jail for the night. You can check it out on their website.
We spent the night and there was no hauntings. We had a very peaceful sleep. Okay.
Thank you again for joining us here at G&D Travel. Remember, subscribe and like, and if you have any comments, let us know. Thanks again and have a great day.